Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. To the Honorable Deputy Dean of the three Faculties of Public Health, Mr. Dr. Nur Alam Pajar, SS MKes IFO, to the Honorable Coach of the Autonomous English and Study Club, Ibu Najmah SKM MPH PhD, to the Honorable Judges and Invite Guests, to the Honorable Participant of English Debate Competition 2022, and thank you to everyone who took the time to attend our event today. First of all, let me introduce myself. I am Amelia Amanda as the Master of Ceremony at events today. Next, allow me to present the agenda for today. First, opening. The second, reading the Holy Quran. Third, singing the mandatory Indonesia Anthem. Four, opening speech from the Chief Executive. Five, opening speech from the Director of the English and Study Club Autonomous Body. 6, opening speech from the coach of the English and Study Club Autonomous Body. 7, opening speech from the Deputy Dean of the three Faculties of Public Health. 8, prior reading. 9, debate session. 10, announcement of winner, and the last, closing. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's open the English debate competition that organized by the Autonomous English and Study Club of the Faculty of Public Health, Sriwijaya University today by reading Basmalah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The second event is the reading of the holy verse of the Quran, which will be read by Berli. For Berli, time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A'udzu billahi minasy syaithanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Inna hadzal Qur'ana yahdi lillati hiya aqwam. للتي هي أقوم ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا كبيرا. وأن الذين لا يؤمنون بالآخرة أعتدنا لهم عذابا عليما. ويدعو الإنسان بالشر دعاءه بالخير. ويدعو الإنسان بالشر دعاءه بالخير وكان الإنسان عجولا وكان الإنسان عجولا والحمد لله رب العالمين صدق الله العظيم. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Berli. May the chanting of the holy verse of the Quran be a reward for those who read and listen and can reserve the heart. Amin ya rabbal alamin. The next event is singing the national anthem of Indonesia Raya. For the operator, time is yours. All right. The next event, we have welcoming speech from the Chief Executive of English Debate Competition 2022, Alia Gadis Akilah. To Alia, time is yours.
Okay, thank you so much, Amel. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. All praises to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala for all His blessings. Here we are, still given whole favor to be here, and also salawat and greetings for our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who always taught their people goodness. To the Honorable Bapak Nur Alam Fajar, SSM Kes IFO, as the Deputy Dean of FKM Unsri. To the Honorable Ibu Najmah, SKM MPH PhD, as our coach, the coach of BO English and Study Club FKM Unsri. To the Honorable Kak Aprilia Puji Utami, as Managing Director of BO English and Study Club FKM Unsri. To the Honorable all the judges and also all the participants here. First of all, I would like to say thank you very much for all the people here who already give their time to attend this event, English Debate Competition 2022. As I said before in our previous technical meeting, I really hope that this event is not just a competition, but also as a platform to learn so we can know and aware of current issues, especially about our national health that been going around for these days. And also, I want to say that this event, English Debate Competition 2022, is finally here. And it's all because of the hard work of many people, especially from all the committees. So, shout out to all the committees. Thank you so much for all the hard works. Thank you so much for all the times, the ideas, the sleepless nights. Thank you so much for everything. I really hope all the good things that you give for this event can come back to you right away. So I think that's all from me. I wish you very good luck for all the delegates and also for all the supporters and participants. I hope you can join. I hope you can enjoy this event. That's all from me. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Baik, Teh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much, Elia, for the opening speech. Next, we have opening speech from the Managing Director of the English and Study Club Autonomous Wadi, Aprilia Puji. For Kak April, time is yours.
Okay, thank you for the chance. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. The Honorable Bapak Nur Alam Fajar, SOS MKes, the Honorable Ibu Najima SKM PhD, the Honorable all of the judges, EDC competition, FKM 2022, myself and ESC would like to say thank you so much for Pak Alam as Wakil Dekan 3, Ibu Najima as our mentor, and all of the judges who was attend this event today. In this time, I would also like to give a little encouragement for today's participant. Whatever the outcome in the end, it does not fall short of intervention from our God. Whoever the winner, all of you truly a winner, who will fight fear, lazy, and want to spend your time in this battle of college. Good luck. Hope today's competition goes smoothly to the end and full of blessings. That's all from me. Thank you. The last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Kak April, for the opening speech. Next, the opening speech from the coach of the English and Study Club Autonomous Body to Ibu Najma SKM PhD. Time is yours, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you for Alia and team to prepare this debate competition today. It's nice that you start to join this competition at the early age, because based on my own experience, I start to join this kind of competitions when I was on PhD. So it's nice you participants start at earlier stage. I hope everyone can enjoy today's debate, and thank you very much for the judges, Kak Poppy and Kak Yustini, and others to help us to train the young generations to be confident in speaking English and to be confident to think critically in the short time. So take a deep breath when you talk, not in rush, and use the important key when you think the answers, such as like, well, I think. So it lets you think before you answer. So congratulations. I hope that you can memorize what will you talk. Don't read on the screen, because the judges can see your eyes when you read on the screens. And just be confident. And sometimes we think whether the grammar is correct or not. Just talk, okay? Just talk and keep us slowly. Sometimes we are too confident to talk very quickly, but when we were in overseas, they don't understand what we are talking about. So slowly think and make sure that what you talk in the good pronunciations, because I know that Justin and Kak Poppy has very fluently English. And is it the judges only two today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so thank you very much for Kak Poppy and Kak Yustini to make your time available on this weekend where we have holiday and other activities, and you are such a great commitment and dedication for our students every year to be a judges for these competitions. I hope that in the futures you will remember what you joined today, and you will reflect that how important to try every activities that will support your English practice everywhere, anytime. And it's a chance for you, and congratulations for those who join these competitions and for English study clubs who organize this activity every year. So whoever the winners, we know that we only have limited winners, but you are a great participants who have choose to join this competition. Whether Pak Alam will open this competition, April and Alia?
We already invite him, ma'am, but I think he'll be late.
Okay, so in case he will be late, so I'll open these competitions, and congratulations for all those join this competition. So we open this competition by say basmalah, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So congratulations for all. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much, ma'am, for the opening speech. After the opening speech, we invite the reading of the prayer that will be read by Kak Kopa. Time is yours, Kak.
Baik, thank you so much for the time. Okay, before we start today's event, let's pray according to our respective religion and belief, which is on this occasion will be led by myself. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Hamdan syakirin, hamdan na'imin, hamdan yu'afi ni'amahu wa yukafil mazidah. Ya Rabbana lakal hamdu kama yanbaghi lil jalali wajhikal karimi wa azimi sultanik. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali sayyidina Muhammad. Allahumma inna nas'aluka selamatan fid din wa afiatan fil jasad wa ziyadatan fil ilmi wa barakatan fil rizqi wa taubatan qoblal maut wa rahmatan indal maut wa maghfiratan ba'dal maut. Allahumma hawin alaina fi sakaratil maut wa najata minan nari wal afa indal hisab. Rabbana la tuzigh qulubana ba'da idh hadaitana wa hab lana min ladunka rahmah innaka antal wahhab. Rabbana hab lana min azwajina wa dzurriyyatina qurrata a'yun waj'alna lil muttaqina imama. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina adzabannar wa qina adzabannar wa qina adzabannar. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammadin nabiyil ummi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa barik wasallam. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun ala mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Amin, 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 ya Rabbal Alamin. Thank you, Kak Kopa. Before we jump into the main session, we are gonna have photo session first. So, for our participant, please kindly turn on your camera. The countdown will be led by operator.
Poppy, how are you? Congratulations for your achievement this year. Selamat datang di FKM Unsri.
Okay, I think I'll do the countdown. Okay, so for the first slide, 3, 2, 1. Okay, for the second slide, 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Back to MC.
All right, Here it is, the main session that we've been waiting for. We are going to enter the debate session. The debate competition will be guided by a moderator. So, for Rima, time is yours.
All right. Thank you, MC, for the chance. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, the honorable judges, and all the participants. We are here to start the English debate competition of Public Health Faculty, Sriwijaya University in 2022. But before that, let me introduce myself. I am Rima Nadia, and I will guide you along this debate. Then I would like to introduce our educators today. Please welcome Miss Poppy Pujianti SKM MPH. Good morning, Miss Poppy.
Good morning.
And the next we have Mrs. Yustini Ardila SKM MPH. Thank you for joining us, ma'am. First of all, before we start our debate session, I would like to read the rules for this debate. First, each team must enter the Zoom meeting on time and fill in the attendance list that provided by the committee. Second, participants who are late to attend more than 15 minutes from the schedule will be disqualified. Third, participants cannot get permission to lead the race in the middle of the competition because the race will take place continuously. Fourth, team members cannot be replaced in all rounds. Fifth, the decision of the judges is irrevocable. And the last, participants are required to turn on the camera during the competition and use the provided virtual background, and also change the format name into team name underscore name of participants. Okay. Next, we will have a roll call for all. So for all the participants, if your name is being called out, please say present. Okay, Asdar Mutiara Syafaati Dikra.
Yes.
Okay, and the next is there Olivia Sri Andayani.
Yes.
Okay, next is there Nur Khalifah Maharani Aprilia Putri.
Ada.
Okay, is there Falahdina Aulia Zulkapirajuni?
Present.
And the next is there Maudi Tribuana.
Present.
Next is there Nanda Irwantika.
Present.
Okay, and next is there Febi Ananta Indah Chayani.
Present.
Okay, the last is there Tania Anissa. Sorry, is there Tania Anissa? Okay, maybe Tania have trouble network. So let's jump to the next session. Okay, because all of the participants are here, without further ado, we will spin the motion that we're going to use as today's topic. There is 8 motion, and we will choose randomly by spinner. So for the operator, time is yours.
Well, the motion for first round is this house believes that promoting unhealthy body image is affecting teens emotionally. Okay, next we will spin the position role for the participants. To the operator, time is yours. Well, the first team that we're gonna spin for the position role is all peer team. Okay, all peer team get the position as closing opposition. And the next team that we're gonna spin is anak bawang team. Okay, anak bawang team get the position as closing government. And the next team that we're gonna spin is mic drop team. Well, mic drop team get the position as opening government. Means that a clear team get the position as opening opposition. Thank you to the operator. For all the participants, we kindly remind you to rename your Zoom meeting with the format team name underscore name of participants underscore position role. Okay, because we already have the motion, which the motion is this house believes that promoting unhealthy body image is affecting teens emotionally. All right, to all of the debaters, you can have your case building for 10 minutes. So we will start the debate at 8 past 56 EM and the case building start from 3, 2, 1. Okay, time for case building is over. Now we are going to start the debate. With the motion, this House believes that promoting unhealthy body image is affecting teens emotionally. Without further ado, please welcome the Prime Minister from opening government to open the case. To the Prime Minister, time is yours.
Thank you for moderator. Um, for this house believe that promoting unhealthy body image affecting teens emotionally. So consider from article when we all know that teens that going puberty will have changed their body, and going through puberty means that everything in their body is changing. And by these things, promoting unhealthy body image is affecting them emotionally because they pressure from both of boy and girl pressure to be have a healthy ideal body for body image, which is have to be perfect, to be skinny, and to be light for them. And this pressure make them can cause them to be have insecurity. Also, they can have depression because of it, because the pressure is so much in their emotional. They can be confident about their own body if it's not fit to ideal body image, and that would be cause them to push themselves to have ideal perfect body image by so that cause them to have depression, eating disorder, also lead them to have unhealthy diet, and not the, and that we saw that they saw that from media social such as Instagram or TikTok about ideal perfect body image, and it's affecting terrible about their low self-esteem. So everywhere they go, it's damage their emotional, because if they don't have ideal body, a perfect body image, they will mark as not perfect for the teenage body, and it make them to feel pressure everywhere they go. Well, that's my opinion. Thank you.
Well, thank you to the Prime Minister. The speaker spans 2 minutes 32 seconds in the speech. And the next, I call the leader of opposition to deliver her speech. To the leader of opposition, time is yours. Once more, I call the leader of opposition to deliver her speech. To the leader of opposition, time is yours.
Maybe you can tell which team is opening opposition. Maybe their team is forgetting about that.
Well, thank you for all peer. I last call for the leader of opposition from a clear team. The time is yours. Hello, a clear team. Tania, Baby. Well, we are so sorry because of a clear team didn't respond and the time is over. A clear team is disqualified. Okay. Next, I call the Deputy Prime Minister to deliver her speech. The Deputy Prime Minister, time is yours.
Okay, thank you for the chance. I think this motion so relate to us as a teenager. Because why? Because when I'm in the circle of our friends, when a girl got a beauty skin or hot skin and they're asked, how can you have that skin? Which skincare do you use? And they're comparing their skin with the others, they're comparing their body to the others. And also on social media, so many models that have a good skin, a beauty body, that is Photoshop, and we don't know that. And we think that's a perfect girl. How can he have that? So I think that's very relate to us. And also when we are on puberty, we got acne, we gain weight, and also I think I'm look so ugly, which is not. That's normal, and that impact to our mental health, and that can become anxious, anxiety, or bad mood, and also and they also ruin our mood, really ruin our mood. And we spend a lot of money to go to beauty clinic to get anything skincare that's expensive, and also we think we don't have too much time to get that beauty clinic or anything else. And since we're little kids, our family always commented on our body or our physics, and it also feel like I'm tired, really. Not maybe not just me, maybe you all that girls, you're tired, become a girl because you're always commented by friends, by neighbor, by parents, why we always judged by our physics. Okay, and that's really impact to our mental health when we always comparison that, and also that even can bring up suicidal thoughts. And okay, and I don't know when the beauty standard become to our country. But I think it's because such as Korean drama or any movie from outside this country, and they have really good body or skin or hair, and we want that, and that become beauty standard. So many beauty standard on social media, and anything else such as white skin, good hair or straight hair, or body looks like a guitar, or body looks like body is tiny, skinny, and others. And sometimes I think that is very tired. And also, thank you for the chance. That is my statement.
Well, thank you to the Deputy Prime Minister. The speaker spans 3 minutes 38 seconds in the speech. Sorry, before that, I would like to confirm that a clear team will not be disqualified, but this is the last. We will give the last chance for them. So I call the Deputy Leader of Opposition to deliver her speech. To the Deputy Leader of Opposition, time is yours.
Okay, I will start my statement in 3, 2, 1. Kids nowadays, were know more about self-esteem. Am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Okay, I will start my statement in 3, 2, 1. Kids nowadays will know more about self-esteem. They know that promoting unhealthy body image is not good for them. They that thing is not affect their emotional. They know how to control their emotional.
Okay, we will wait for it clear until the time is over.
Okay, I'll continue my statement. Uh, they know how to love their self. So the negative body image cannot affect them. They know how to accept their body, their personal appearance.
Okay, thank you to the Deputy Leader of Opposition. The speaker spans 7 minutes 20 seconds in the speech. And next, I call the member of government to deliver her speech. To the member of government, time is yours.
I'm sorry. Our leader is still another change the device, please.
Okay, thank you for the confirmation.
Please wait a while.
Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you.
I'll start my speech in 3, 2, 1. Teenager is the only 20 population of our generation, but we have to think that this teenager is 100% of our future, ladies and gentlemen. This in this term of debate, we will debating of this motion. This house believe that promoting unhealthy body image is affecting teens emotionally. But before that, we can see from the opening bench, both of opening government and opening opposition, it doesn't give the clear definition, the clear status quo, and the clear limitation and urgency of this motion. So I am here as the closing government will take a part of that and will tell you about the definition and an extra, ladies and gentlemen. And about the firstly, the rebuttal that I'll give, I'll explain after I tell you about the definition. Firstly, we have to know about the unhealthy body image itself, ladies and gentlemen. Unhealthy body image, a negative body that image involves being overly focused on comparing your size, shape, or appearance to unrealistic ideals. It means that if we are and then promoting is we are introducing thing and let this thing spread to society. So it means that if we are promoting this unhealthy body image, we are promoting to the society about overly focus on comparing our size, our shape, or our appearance to unrealistic ideals. So what is unrealistic ideals? We know that if we are talking about our appearance, ladies and gentlemen, our size, our shape, so it will comes to nowhere, because we know there is no ending about talking about it. We cannot see about how is perfect appearance and things. We don't have actually a parameter to measure this thing, ladies and gentlemen. So this is very dangerous when we are promoting unhealthy body image. It is important to combat negative body image because it can lead to depression, shyness, social anxiety, and self-consciousness in intimate relationship. Negative body image may also lead to an eating disorder, ladies and gentlemen. But firstly, about the rebuttal, the second speaker of the opening opposition tell that if we are promoting the unhealthy body itself, they will know how to accept their body, but there is no analysis actually about this at all, and we cannot guarantee about how they will accept their body, because we know that that generally when we see our body, like if you are not in an ideal position of your body, or maybe you are too skinny or you're too fat, you will just feel insecure about yourself, right? So there is no point about that. And emotional, ladies and gentlemen, we can see that emotional is a feeling that everyone can feel in this case is affecting teens emotionally is they will feel more insecure, more less confident, and etc. And this is a negative emotional that we should avoid, ladies and gentlemen. And we know why we have to talk about this. Why teenager? Because it oftenly happen in teenager. Teenager is the generation that can feel insecure, can feel less confident, and it will happen in girl and boy. It is very crucial because this teenager is shaping affecting their emotional in this time, ladies and gentlemen. And we actually need to be wise to promoting something that we have to consider, is this a really good thing to be promoted in our society or not, ladies and gentlemen. And our center and our stance and our goal is we are need to create teenagers that have a balanced emotional, especially to their life and their body, because we need to build a teenager confident to their life. So we believe that this kind of promoting unhealthy body image affecting teens emotionally can affect the less confident and negative emotion to the teenager itself. And our argument, and I will justify to you why promoting unhealthy body is causing a negative emotional in teenager and what will be happen in long term, ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, like I told you before, this will cause a less confident and shy and feel not fit in society. Imagine that you are not in an ideal body and society promoting this unhealthy body image, ladies and gentlemen. You feel you in here, you will not will not go outside because you are feel shy about your body, or maybe your skin is too dark or your skin is too bright to be showed in society. So you will shy and embarrassed, and you will not be confident in yourself, ladies and gentlemen. This is very, very dangerous, because this will this small thing, less confidence, shy, and feel not fit in society, will causes a lot of a big thing in the future, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said before, having a negative body image has been frequently found to be predictive of mental health problems such as eating disorder, depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem. This is very dangerous because we see that the teenager is our future, ladies and gentlemen. So if we promoting this unhealthy body image, this will affecting teen emotionally in the bad emotion. So this will cause a bad impact on our future. Imagine if we have just all about our teenager just feeling less confident, just feel bad about their self. They don't love their self, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine what will happen in our country if we let this society lead this teenager lead our country, ladies and gentlemen. It is very not okay, because we can see this in not just short term, because the opening government also the opening opposition didn't also tell about how this promoting unhealthy body will causes a good impact on our society, ladies and gentlemen. So we, as the closing government, say about this mechanism, how they feel bad, how they feel less confident, shy, and not fit in the society, and this will impacting the other big thing, like I told you before, in our country, ladies and gentlemen. So we are really proud to propose this motion. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much to the member of government. The speaker spans 7 minutes 2 seconds in the speech. And next, I call the member of opposition to deliver her speech. To the member of opposition, time is yours. Time is yours.
Okay, I'll start in 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to see from various perspectives that promoting unhealthy body image doesn't affecting teens emotional. We, the opposition, is here to prove this. But before that, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good morning to the honorable adjudicators, timekeepers, the speakers, and all of the audience in this room. I'm, as a member of the opposition, I will present a specific reason that will prove that promoting unhealthy body image doesn't affecting teens emotionally, and point out the flaws from the government's arguments. First of all, I would like to point out what's wrong with the government's arguments. They say that social media can give us a bad impact or insecure to teens emotionally about body image. But in fact, now social media actually has a good impact on us. It can also be a means of education that beauty is relative, and all of them have their own characteristic, isn't it? Therefore, government's arguments do not stand. Now, I will go on and explain why definitely we should disagree to the given motion. Promoting of body image usually happen on the social media. So, what is positive effects of social media on body image? Ladies and gentlemen, people with positive body image
Joy,
will
please.
generally have a higher level of physical and psychological health and better personal development. Whilst social media has been frequently blamed, no thank you, blame. Social media has been frequently blamed for its negative effects on the way we view ourselves. Social media can also positively impact body image in a number of ways. Health and wellness, fitness, and plant-based food accounts can all be inspirational models for some users looking to lose weight for health-based reasons. Through this framework, social media users can maintain a healthy and positive outlook on their body image. We know that we have control for over ourselves, especially for the social media, right? Recently, the organization Eating Disorder Hope detailed how social media can potentially benefit the way women feel about their body image. And as I hear that the government side is mentioned about the eating disorder. They attribute the landscape of body positivity on the internet to creating a more understanding and inclusive space for all body types. Due to social media usage by millions of people, it gives a more accurate depiction of diverse body shapes and sizes, helping to break out of the ideology that beauty is only relegated to the model, thin, and traditionally beautiful. As a result, eating disorder hopes to guess that body image, I'm sorry, that as a result, eating disorder helps suggest that body image advocacy on social media can make a huge impact on individuals actively struggling with eating disorders. Furthermore, social media can help some users navigate the heavily stigmatized topic of of body image with different support group available across different platforms to reach out to. Similarly, Sarah Gerfin's PhD of Psychology Today illustrated that Instagram has the ability to enable users to be more body positive, as the platform has made eating disorder specific keywords or hashtag unsearchable. When these search terms are excluded, people can focus on healthier representation of beauty and social media rather than those that are harmful. Furthermore, being unhealthy can be a good thing. I repeat again, being unhealthy can be a good thing for a healthy living campaign. Many people love themselves. I know it. We know it. Many people love themselves, but many people forget to take care of themselves too. Why? Ladies and gentlemen, if we look from the perspective of obesity, obesity is a growing epidemic, especially in the United States and in children. As new generation are welcomed into the world, we expose these young and innocent ones to our bad habits, especially when it's regarding what we put in our mouths, how much, and not relaying the importance of self-love and their health. This is the point. And as previously stated, obesity can cause multiple health problems, most of which can result in an ultimately demise if not addressed appropriately or in a timely manner. Thus, it's putting young lives at risk for serious medical condition at a very young age. The CDC states that the prevalence of obesity was 18.5% and affected about 13.7 million children, 13.9% among 2 until 5 years old, and 18.4% among 6 until 11 years old, and 20.6% among 12 until 19 years old. Aside from us exposing our bad habits to our young ones, there are other factors involved, one of which largely is socio-economic status. As also previously mentioned, research has shown that the prevalence of obesity declared with the increasing level of education of those running the household. So, therefore, we should definitely disagree to the given motion, because unhealthy, I repeat again, because being unhealthy can be a good thing for healthy living campaign. So we can see from the others' perspective too that the promoting unhealthy body image doesn't affect teens emotionally. And us as the opposition, uh, and we should definitely disagree to the given motion that promoting unhealthy body image doesn't affecting teens emotionally. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much to the member of opposition. The member of opposition spans 6 minutes 48 seconds in the speech. And the next, I call the government wife to deliver her speech. To the government wife, the time is.
Am I audible?
Yes, I can hear you, Kak.
Okay. My speech will start at 3, 2, 1. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is Government Whip. Here, I like to give conclusion regarding our debate today and tells you what's actually happened in our debate and which one is better argument to win this debate. The honorable judges, we are under the motion this House believes that promoting unhealthy body image is affecting teens emotionally. Ladies and gentlemen, first I like to give rebuttal regarding argument of opposition side of the House. First, opposition side of the House believing that promoting unhealthy body image is an effective way to build and create teenager with a good emotional to live healthy by being skinny, without telling us how they guarantee that their mechanism by promoting unhealthy body image itself can be accepted by teenagers positively, and how can they guarantee teenagers can lose their weight because only promoting unhealthy body image. Meanwhile, in our side believe that promoting unhealthy body image bring more harm and than good for the teenager emotionally. Negative body image makes teenager have mental health issue. They will feel under pressure, unconfident, stressed, depressed, even comparing their body with other. And for a long run effect, it can be lead and it can cause another serious problem, like for example, eating disorder or underweight, anxiety, and low self-esteem. It is because body image is only focused comparing our bodies like size, shapes, or appearance to unrealistic ideals. Meanwhile, all of impact in negative body image cannot to measure because it only they can feel that impact. So that's why negative body image is not effective way to build and create teenager with a good emotional belief. And then we are believe that we that have a great emotional is the first step, is the basic step to have a healthy life. And then, ladies and gentlemen, the member of closing the leader of closing opposition said that social media has a good impact and we promoting unhealthy body image in social media, but we have to see about our status quo. How many hate speech in social media? If there is someone post photo that have plus size or big size body and etc., imagine that we are promoting this unhealthy body image. Every people cannot love themselves, and hate speech is everywhere. They only talk about social media, but actually social media is just media. But in here, we are not talk about the media. The content is still unhealthy body image that is have many negative impact for teenager, and can be lead another serious problem like an anxiety, eating disorder, self-esteem, and etc. So I think that's all from me. We are proud to agree this motion. Thank you.
Okay, thank you to the government WAF. The speaker spans 3 minutes 39 seconds in the speech. And the last, I call the opposition WAF to deliver her speech. To the opposition WAF, the time is yours.
Sorry, I'm audible.
Yes, I can hear you, Kak.
Okay, start my argument in 3, 2, 1. So, ladies and gentlemen, we all know that mainstream media and society in general have been propagating this skinny cultural media and stigmatizing anyone who doesn't stick up to these standards for decades. But several movements against that unhealthy body image, such as including body positivity, it just have a negative effect. You all say from the government that promoting unhealthy body image is such a ruin themselves. But do you all know that promoting from the disease, we have the movement such as body positivity. The body positivity movement has gained a lot of momentum in the past couple of years, and women are supposedly feeling more confident in their own skin than ever. But this is not about the body positivity. This is about the body neutrality. The movement claims to want to stop society from judging women based on the number on the scale and empower ladies of all shapes and size to feel sexy at whatever weight they are. Well, I agree with this ideology. I first thought the body positivity movement has moved to the extreme, and now does just the opposite of empowering women. While body positivity and both divide the status quo and seeks to normalize all body types, regardless of size, shape, or weight, their philosophies are quite different. But more people only know about body positivity, not only about the body neutrality. So I will rebuttal and criticism about body positivity. So ladies and gentlemen, body positivity. First, it just focuses on appearance. While body positivity promotes a self-love, it still emphasizes physical appearance. No thanks. For size, focusing on the external package, not the person as a whole, can still be problematic, especially if you're struggling to achieve warm and fuzzy feeling about your body. For example, you may feel pressure to fake body positivity and just like you love your body every day.
Please.
No thanks. Body positivity can border on toxic positivity, where people are asked to perform or pretend to love their body even if they don't feel the way. So I will start that someone who has struggled with body image issue cannot suddenly change from body hatred to loving how they look. Second, it's being co-opted by privileged people and corporation. The movement that was started by people who were truly marginalized has become embraced by many people who are barely at the age of social standards, if they're at the age of all. This movement, those most privileged people have taken center stage in the movement. So third, body positivity is just focused on individual versus the community. The movement that is prior body positivity were about access, right, and solidarity, but modern body positivity often over focus on the personal. So more effect. Body positivity overlooks health, right? Some people may. Yes, thank. Yes.
Okay, actually, ladies and gentlemen, we know that our topic is unhealthy body image, not body positivity and body naturally. I think that the closing opposition is really backlash, have a really backlash argument because talking about that body positivity and body naturally. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Why I include because this one of the movement that we can call about body positivity is like against the promoting unhealthy body image. So I will include that because this movement is like okay, I want to tell more effect that body positivity overlooks health. Some people may find big to be beautiful. It does support an unhealthy lifestyle as the image for body positivity should be obesity. You may be feel sexy at any size, but you are definitely not healthy at any size. So why I choose the body positivity topic is because it's related to body image. So second, body positivity effect is because the beauty industry will never validate you. If the beauty industry talk consumer that they were perfect the way that they were
PI,
to fulfill
please.
goal bottom up. Yes.
Yes. I think the closing opposition have a wrong definition about our motion, because our motion is about unhealthy body image. It's not about uh, positively body image or something like that.
Okay, thanks. But no. Why body positivity is the one topic? Because it's related to think that unhealthy body image, and people against that promoting unhealthy body image is such a go to insecure. But more people don't know about that. When people promoting such a healthy body image is example is body positivity. So I explain the example of the promoting image in the modern. So I will go start like the body image. This is because the only certain body type are celebrated. Going back to my first point, the movement like the promoting healthy body image is supposed to be about celebrating the way people look no matter what. How come the only body I see being celebrated is at the far end of the weight spectrum, where all the super skinny, muscular, tall, and sport people? I have seen too many articles that body image is only focused about the weight, not the for the all. People that claim skinny shaming is okay or doesn't exist, while fat shaming is equivalent to mocking someone with a mental handicap. So, uh, as opposition whip, we need to be careful and mindful of our younger generation and how they perceive health and self-love. Start enforcing good habits and attitude when they're young, because otherwise they're for or hurt when it comes to their mental and physical health. Let's do better with our kids. They don't need to torment themselves in any sense, and they can actually learn how to do so from us. I know that such a healthy body image, the movement is body positivity. Is very no. It's supposed to be well positive. However, there are aspects that I firmly believe that people don't acknowledge, which has the potential to make situation worse. While as for the media, on hand, I have to. So I personally don't think the approach or ideally is complete, and it can be harmful to a lot of people struggling with body image or people struggling with the healthy issue. So this is all my argument from the opposition whip. We are proud of our argument. Thank you.
Well, thank you to the opposition Ralph. The speaker spends 7 minutes 3 seconds in the speech. All right, thank you for all of the speakers. That's all of the debate for the first round. Now, we will hear the general review of the first round from the judges. First, we will hear review from Miss Poppy. For Miss Poppy, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you everyone. First of all, I would like to ask for permission from Miss siapa nih satu lagi from our other adjudicators, Miss Yustini Ardila. Okay. Overall, I can see the different levels of all of our speakers, and generally, you try to speak with your best ability, even though if we have to be nitpicky, you still need to polish a lot on your grammar and your pronunciation. Okay, overall, I can see that from opening government, I think you need to improve on your confidence and the bite of your speech. I mean, the bite here is not biting for real, but it's more like your confidence that is reflected on your speech. So you have to sound like you are really proud of this motion since the very beginning. And intonation also helps. These are two things that I don't quite see from our first two speakers, the bite and also the intonation. So because I don't see that, I don't also see how you give limit and definition to the motion. But still, I think everybody else listen that you already have your definition. Also for the opening opposition, thank you for trying. But of course, don't be afraid. Okay, don't feel just because maybe some people are gonna think that this is not my real point of view of the situation. Even though you don't really believe in the motion that you get, even though you are forced to get that motion, you have to pretend that you believe in it. Yeah, jadi you have to pretend that you really believe in it. So don't let the others see that you are, even though just a little bit, just a few percentages that you don't believe in your motion, because it can be seen from your face and from the way you speak. Also from the closing government and closing opposition, I think the debate got hotter because I can already see the bite. And also for all of you, I think speed in your speech is good if you want to scare your enemy. But be careful on your speed, because if you speak too fast, some people are not going to be able to get what you are trying to say. So this is where intonation play a role. Okay, so I can get your bite, I can get your intonation from the last 4 speakers, but also, of course, for all of you, you still need to polish more on your grammar and pronunciation so that the people who's listening to you can get your ideas clearer and listen to you better. Thank you. That's it for me.
All right, thank you so much, Miss Poppy. And then next we have Mrs. Justini. For Mrs. Justini, time is yours.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning, all. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you. I'd like to congratulate to all the participants or the speakers for today that joined the debate competitions. I think I don't need to mention again. Miss Poppy already mentioned it all about what you should do in your gesture and your pronunciations. That I just focus on maybe you need just like Miss Poppy said, that tricky even you are reading, so do not make us realize that you are reading. Okay, so and then be aware with your pronunciation, because some of you that have mispronunciations, so it will make we don't really understand about what you are talking about. So I think that's it from me. Thank you. You may continue for the second round.
Okay, thank you so much, Mrs. Justini.
Yeah, can I please add one more point, please?
Okay, yes, please, Kak.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yes, I think it's a close debate in terms of the topic that they are talking about. So from the closing of the government and the opposition, of course, I think judging from the title of the debate itself, it is very beneficial for the government team. It's very, it puts them in the upper hand, this topic. But I see at the closing opposition team are able to give a close rebuttal there. But however, we still stand with opening government's way of giving a limitation and definition of the debate. So it's going to, yeah, you can tell. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Miss Poppy. Well, thank you, judges, for the general review. Next, well, everyone, we will jump into the second round. But before that, let's take a breath first during 3 until 5 minutes. Before we before we continue to the next round. Okay, everyone, we're gonna start the second round. As the first round, we also gonna have roll call for these rounds. So for the participants that being called out, please say present. First is the Mutiara Syafaati Zikra.
Yes.
Okay, and the next is the Olivia Sri Andayani.
Yes, present.
Okay, next is there Nur Khalifah Maharani Aprilia Putri.
Present.
And the next is there Palahdina Aulia Zulkafira Zuni.
Present.
And the next is there Maudi Tribuana.
Present.
Okay, what about Nanda Irwantika?
Present.
And next is there Fabi Ananta Indah Chayani. Hello, Fabi. Okay, maybe Fabi have the trouble connection. And the last is there Tania Anissa. Halo, Tania. Okay, maybe Tania has the same trouble like Baby. Okay, let's continue our session. Without further ado, we will spin the motion that we're gonna use as today's topic. I mean, in the second round, while there is 7 motion, and we will choose randomly by spinner. So for the operator, time is yours. Well, the motion in this round is this House will implement the penalty for heavy cases of sexual harassment over long life prison. And then next we will spin for the position role. Okay, the first team that we're gonna spin is all peer team. All peer team get the position as opening government. And the next team that we're gonna spin is anak bawang team. Okay, anak bawang team get the position as closing opposition. And the next team is mic drop team. Okay, mic drop team get the position as closing government. Means that a clear team get the position as opening opposition. Okay, before we start to the second motion, I will mention the position once more to ensure that the participants know their position. For all peer team, you get the position as OG, and anak bawang team, you get a position as closing opposition, and for mic drop team, you get a position as closing government, and a clear team, you get the position as opening opposition. Okay, for all of the participants, we kindly remind you to rename your Zoom meeting with the format team name underscore name of participants underscore position role. Okay, because we already have the motion, with the motion, this House will implement that penalty for heavy cases of sexual harassment over long life prison. All right, to all of the debaters, you can have your case building for 10 minutes. So we will start the debate at 10 past 10 AM. And the case building start from 3, 2, 1. Okay, time for case building is over. Now we are going to start the debate. With the motion, this House will implement the penalty for heavy cases of sexual harassment over long life prison. Well, without further ado, please welcome the Prime Minister from opening government to open the case. To the Prime Minister, the time is yours.
Okay, I'll start in 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, historical, the use of the death penalty for rape has been a certain phenomenon that has been applied overwhelmingly against black defendants and overwhelmingly in cases involving charge of raping a white woman or child. We, as the government side, will prove that the death penalty for heavy cases of sexual harassment is better than the long life prison. But before that, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good morning to the honorable adjudicators, timekeepers, the speakers, and all of the audiences in this room. This is the Prime Minister of this House, and this House will implement the death penalty for heavy case of sexual harassment over a long time or long life prison. First of all, we should know first the definition of the given motion. The death penalty, also known as capital punishment, is a state sanction is a state sanctioned practice of killing a person as a punishment for a crime. And then sexual harassment is unwelcome conduct of a sexual nature which make a person feel often humiliated or intimidated. Sexual harassment can take various forms. We know that everyone knows that sexual harassment can take various forms and give us a lot of big bad impact for the victim and the victim's family or others. In Indonesia, currently this is a law that has been set by the government regarding case of sexual harassment. Namely, the article on sexual harassment can be charged using the article of fornication as regulated in Article 289 to 296 of the Criminal Code. In the event that there is sufficient evidence, the public prosecutor will present his charge against the perpetrators of sexual harassment before the court. And we think the government citing this regulation is not enough. Sexual violence is one of the most serious crimes because it not only attacks the victim physically, but also mentally and the victim's life in the future. We know that. Ladies and gentlemen, so that the predators need to be given a very severe punishment. If we consider the right that predators have to life, what about the victims? What about the victim who have lost consciousness and their lives as a result of the predator's action? We know that we should think about the predators too. But how about the victims? What what about cases of abuse where the victims lost their lives? How about it? There's various impact that will be caused by victims of crimes or sexual violence. First of all, the psychological impact of victims of violence and sexual harassment will be deeply traumatized. In addition to the stress experienced by victims can interfere with brain function and development for the victim. Second, the physical impact. Sexual violence and abuse in children is a major factor in the transmission of sexual transmitted disease or STDs. In addition, the victims also has the potential to experience internal injuries and bleeding. In several cases, internal organ damage may occur. In some cases, it can lead to death. Third, social impact. Victims of violence and sexual harassment are often are often in social life. The social impact is very bad for the victim. Something that should be avoided because victims certainly need motivation and moral support to get back up to live their lives. One of the main causes of the increasing number of the cases of sexual violence is the easier access to pornography in cyberspace, with sites that are deliberately offered and served to anyone and anywhere. Of course, it causes more harm to the victim. Is this equivalent to the predators? Isn't it? And also, furthermore, this is a moment to warn other predators of sexual violence about the extent to which they can get a prosecution. These demands show the seriousness of law enforcement officers in seeing cases of sexual violence, even to the point that they dare to demand the death penalty. As voiced by member of Commission 3 of the Indo- of the Indonesia's government, the death sentence has been tested by the Constitutional Court and has been declared constitutional. So it is big the big evidence base that we should give a death penalty to the sexual harassment predator. And then we should know that the victims are receive more harmful. We should, yes, I know that we should think about the predator's life, uh, the predator's uh, the predator's life, and but we should know first what is the bad impact to the victim. So there's a lot of that harmful to the victim. As the result, this house strongly believed that this house would implement that penalty for heavy cases of sexual harassment over long life person. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much to the Prime Minister. The speaker spent 7 minutes 5 seconds in the speech. And the next, I call the leader of opposition to deliver her speech. To the leader of opposition, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, moderator. I will start my statement in 3, 2, 1. On side of opposition, we strongly disagree that this House would implement that penalty for heavy case of sexual harassment over long life prison. There are many reasons to doubt the deterrent effect of the death penalty. Ladies and gentlemen, many criminals may actually find the prospect of the death penalty less daunting than spending the rest of their lives suffering in jail. Death by execution is generally fairly quick, while a lifetime in prison can be seen as much more intensive punishment. Moreover, even if criminals prefer life in prison to the death penalty, it's not clear that a sexual harasser punishment harsher punishment would effectively deter sexual harassment. Heinous crimes often occur in the heat of the moment with little consideration for their legal repercussions. Further, for a deterrent to be effective, it would have to be immediate and certain. With death penalty, which often involve prolonged appeals and sometimes an and in acquittals. Finally, the empirical evidence regarding the deterrence effect of the death penalty is at best mixed. Many of the studies that purport to show the deterrence effect are flawed because the impact of capital punishment cannot be disentangled from other factors, such as broader social trends, economic factors, and demographic change in a region. I think that's all.
Okay, thank you to the leader of opposition. The speaker spent 2 minutes 25 seconds in the speech. And the next, I call the Deputy Prime Minister to deliver her speech. The Deputy Prime Minister, the time is yours.
Okay, am I audible?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay, I will start my argument in 3, 2, 1. So, ladies and gentlemen, the motion is about this House will implement that penalty for heavy case of sexual harassment over long life prison. And as the government, we are so agreed that a sexual offender must to be executed, or we can call it is that penalty, because if we talk about the treatment that will go heal the offenders, I don't think it's good, because there's not compensate treatment worse, and we don't believe that there's any treatment that works for ex offender. So why that penalty is good for the sexual offenders is because it deters criminal from committing serious crimes. Common sense tells us that the most frightening thing for a human being is to lose their life or lose their mental health or etc. Therefore, the death penalty is the best deterrent when it comes to discouraging people from carrying out the worst crimes. Is it quick, painless, and human? Methods of execution have gradually become more human over the years. So the argument that the death penalty is cruel and unusual is not valid. The legal system constantly evolves to maximize justice. That the legal system may make a wrong decision doesn't mean that the death penalty is wrong. So, second, it appeals to victims or victims' families. The death penalty can provide families of victims with some closure, which may help them to deal with their suffering. Without the death penalty, some criminals will continue to commit crimes, and it deters prisoners who are already serving life sentence in jail from committing more serious offense. So we make decision based on logic instead of emotion. The law must be able to address the action of a criminal in a way that discourages other people from conducting themselves in a similar manner. That because this our goal should be to address the needs of each victim or their family more than it should be to be address the physical needs of the person charged with a capital crime. Third, death penalty is such a cost-effective solution. The idea put forward by abolitionists that it costs more to execute someone than imprison them for life is simply not true. So further, it stopped the threat of an escape that alternative sentence will create. The fastest way to stop a murder from continuing to make some bad accident or kill people, all the sexual things, is to eliminate their ability to do so. That is what capital punishment does. The death penalty makes it impossible for someone convicted of murder to find way that kill other people. Failing to execute someone who is taking a life unjustly, who is able to kill someone else, make us all responsible for that action. So, ladies and gentlemen, although there are issues from a moral standpoint about taking any life, we must remember that the convicted criminal made the decision to violate the law in the first place, knowing full well what their potential outcome should be. So, furthermore, ladies and gentlemen, about the retribution as as over that, because a retribution is not the same as revenge. Retribution is a necessary part of the punishment process. Without it, the friends or the family of the victim, as well as the public in general, will not feel that justice had been served. So, because people sick and tired of intense where child molester or child sex offender, all the sex offender is have gotten out of the prison, trying to their new life while the victim or the family victim is still suffering. And because we have to grown sick and tired, to have gotten out the sex offender only to molest again. This sends a message that this behavior will not be tolerated, and we're going to fine you, prosecute you, and exact the most severe punishment posed, because we work by the law, not by the emotion. Okay, so this is my argument as the closing government and this house still believe that the death penalty is to implement for heavy case on sexual harassment over long life prison. Thanks.
Okay, thank you so much to the Deputy Prime Minister. The speaker spent 4 minutes 21 seconds in the speech. And the next, I call the Deputy Leader of Opposition to deliver her speech. The Deputy Leader of Opposition, the time is yours. Last call to the Deputy Leader of Opposition. I please you to deliver your speech. Okay, because we do not get the response from the speakers, we directly jump to the next speaker. So I call the member of government to deliver her speech. For member of government, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you for the chance. This is closing government. We'll have the statement in 3, 2, 1. I think the death penalty for this perpetrator can be a deterrent and a threat to other people who have bad intention to us, I mean girls, and can reduce the number of sexual harassment cases, because in Indonesia, sexual harassment are very common, and the victims also can be pregnant repeatedly. And once again, I think this punishment is worth the pain for the pain the victim suffers. And but that punitive response to sexual violence needs serious rethinking given the multitude of perverse consequences and their minor role in addressing the actual needs of rape survivors. But the punishment must be adjusted to the severity of the cases. I mean, depends on how bad that cases, how much pain that victim have. Yeah, just that is for me. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much to the member of government. The member of government spans 1 minute 17 seconds in the speech. And the next, I call the member of opposition to deliver her speech. To the member of opposition, the time is yours.
I'm sorry, our leader is still have a signal problem, so please wait a while. She will join this Zoom. Thank you.
Am I audible?
Yes, that is clear.
Okay. Wait for a second. I'll set my timer first.
Okay, I'll start my speech in 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, now we are debating on the motion this House would implement that penalty for heavy cases for sexual harassment over long life prison. Ladies and gentlemen, I am as a member of the opposition. We're firstly giving the rebuttals of the towards to the government side of the House. Said firstly, the opponent government didn't define what kind of sexual harassment that should be get the death penalty. If that just a verbal sexual harassment or technology, or it is cyber sexual harassment, or this kind of the physical sexual harassment, or which kind we call it is a rape, ladies and gentlemen. They don't define it clearly what kind of sexual harassment that we should get the death penalty, ladies and gentlemen. And then the second, they tell us that this will encourage people to do sexual harassment. This will decrease the amount of the sexual harassment itself, ladies and gentlemen. But they don't bring the data, ladies and gentlemen. So that's why we are here, bring you the data about it, why it is not effective to give a deterrent effect of the sexual harassment itself. And the third, they said that it is not okay for the offender to start their new life while victim is suffering. Ladies and gentlemen, we know that a long life prison is not just about they're happy in there, they will get a good food and they will happy in their life with a long life prison. Ladies and gentlemen, we can see they also get the punishment itself, but we give them a chance to change. We give them a chance to live, ladies and gentlemen, at least. So it is very very constructive on our argument, ladies and gentlemen. Our goals is really simple. We want a country that allows society to change, to fix their mistake, and to get a second chance. And also, we don't really obey, ignoring about the human right, ladies and gentlemen. A life sentence isn't a type of imprisonment where a defendant is required to remain in prison for all of their natural life or until parole. So how long is life a sentence? It is most of United States, a life sentence means a person in prison for 15 years with the chance for parole, ladies and gentlemen. So it is for a long time, and our stance is we believe that two both of branch believe that didn't support the sexual harassment, but here we want to show you how we handle it. Is it effective with the death penalty or for the long life prison, ladies and gentlemen? Our argument will define into two sections. The first is why the death sentence is not effective, and the second, why it is really okay and really more effective to us to implement this long life prison, ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, data doesn't prove the death penalty is deterrent that give a deterrent effect, ladies and gentlemen. For crimes of different things across the world, nobody has been able to conclusively say that the death penalty is an effective deterrent. The research that doesn't exist give mixed signal. It apparent as thought the call of the death penalty is more an outcome of outrage than of serious thought on what we can change the prevailing situation. Government that want to look like they are far on crime are quick to respond this call, ladies and gentlemen. Especially in country like India, for the example, where are the certainty of the punishments in reality, law and legal trials, and often harder on the victim that accused. Simply changing the quantum of the punishment in a few famous incident is unlikely deter other, as most cases either languished in court or dismissed due to the lack of evidence, ladies and gentlemen. And then the third, and then the second, we know that the death sentence will cause more changes of murder, increased violence. So, ladies and gentlemen, we know once it is really clear that the death penalty is highly probable in rape case. We know that the heavy sexual harassment that that the government didn't define, we call it is a rape case, ladies and gentlemen. It may in fact have the opposite impact. Instead of acting as a deterrent, it could lead the perpetrator making sure the victim are dead or in no state to make a complaint, recognizing the predator itself. So the predator will do a lot or more to the victim, ladies and gentlemen. Like in long life prisoner, they just let the victim life. But if we are implementing this death penalty, maybe the predator will give more suffer to the victim itself. Let's say they just let the victim die, so they will make sure that the victim won't report this case, ladies and gentlemen, to the police. So this is very dangerous to us to implement this thing, ladies and gentlemen. And then we know that the rape or the heavy sexual harassment should not be equated with the death. This logic behind arguing for the death sentence for the offender of the rape is that crime that they committed is equivalent to the death. As we know, the researcher in India was battling that as zindalas or living corpse. Feminist activists have come out strongly against that notion, which is linked to the idea of the woman honor, linked intricately to their sexuality. It is make their life worth living, ladies and gentlemen. On our second argument, we want to prove you that it is really okay to us to implement this long life prison. Why? Because firstly, we still give them the human right, ladies and gentlemen. We know that everyone has a right, including the one who are the offender or the one who hurt the victim, ladies and gentlemen. We can see that they have a second chance to change their habit, and then also to fix their mistake and etc. So they will be a better person in their life, ladies and gentlemen. So the second, it will be better to change a person rather than we just end their life, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine in long life prison, we know there's a lot of program that people can do. Maybe they will work to the society, they will serve the society and etc. So it is really better to us to just to use this one who hurt the other people to serve the society. So it is better than we just kill themselves, ladies and gentlemen. What will we get after killing this person who hurt the society? Is it will cause a deterrent effect? I have shown you that there is no deterrent effect in that time, ladies and gentlemen. There is no proof to that. But if we are implementing those kind of act of service to the society in their long life prison, it is really okay, and it's really more effective to them to change, and it is more really good idea for us, to the government, to do this long life prison. So that's why we are really proud to propose this motion. Thank you.
Thank you so much to the member of opposition. The speaker spent 7 minutes 13 seconds in the speech. And the next, I call the government wife to deliver her speech. To the government wife, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, moderator. I will start my opinion in 3, 2, 1. So, ladies and gentlemen, from the previous opposition that say heavy cases from specifically rape cannot given that penalty to the predator because it wasn't right for their human right. For me, in my opinion, if they have second chance, if the predator given second chance to serve the society, or the society give the second chance to the predator, it wouldn't be working, because they cannot be changing. A human that have done heavy cases, example rape, will not changing. They can be doing it again when they out in prison or in the prison. And if in Indonesia, if we give the death penalty to the predator, there will be a change for the predator or the prisoner to have time to pray. And in Islam, they can we call it taubat for them. They could doing that. And in that time too, if the prisoner, from the opposition point, the prisoner did not happy and they live their punishment, well, I think it's equal for what they have done to the victim. Also, the victim suffers so much and twice from the predator. And in this case, death penalty was really equal for the prisoner, for the predators to get in. Well, I think that's my opinion. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much to the government WAF. The speaker spans 2 minutes 12 seconds in the speech. And the last, I call the opposition WAF to deliver her speech. To the opposition WAF, the time is yours.
Okay, my speech will start at 3, 2, 1. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is opposition whip. We are in the completion of our debate today. We are under motion. This House will implement death penalty for heavy cases of sexual harassment over long life prison. And I will give you which argument is better and win this debate. But before that, I will give a rebuttal from the government side. First, the opening government didn't define what kind of sexual harassment that should be get the death penalty. If that's just a verbal it's just a verbal sexual harassment, technology or cyber sexual harassment or rape. So, if they cannot define what kind of sexual harassment, what if they are only do a cyber sexual harassment and then how the offender of cyber sexual harassment is deserve to have that penalty, ladies and gentlemen. And then second, they said this will encourage people to do sexual harassment. What it means? It means they say this death penalty can decrease the amount height of sexual harassment, but they didn't bring the data. So that's why we cannot prove. Can't prove that really this death penalty really can decrease the sexual harassment. And then this is a subjective argument, and then this is not fact because this is not based on our status quo. And then the third, they are said it is not okay to offender to start their new life while the victim is suffering. But we have all of us rather whether we are a good person, we are a bad person, we are still have a human right. And then the closing government that said human cannot change. Ladies and gentlemen, of course human can change. They have many change to change their mistake, fix their mistake. And yes, how can the government say that human cannot change? And then ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, in our side, we can explain why that penalty not effective for decrease sexual harassment cases, because the first is because that like my first speaker told you about, data doesn't prove the death penalty is better than that if a current effect, and then rape should not be equated with that. And then we believe that this death penalty is makes it add another problem. Why? It is because in a large number of rape cases, according to the National Crime Records Bureau, at 94% of cases in 2016, for instance, the accused is now the victim. Given that scenarios say the accused is an uncle, having the threat for the penalty looming over the case may make victims less likely to report cases of sexual violence, or even face increased pressure from their family to keep the matter to themselves. And then the second one is more changes or more than increased violence. Once it is clear that the penalty is highly probable in the rape case, it might in fact have the opposite impact. Instead of acting as a deterrent, it could lead to perpetrators making sure the victims are left bad or in no state to make a complaint or recognize the perpetrators. So that's why this regulation can be at another problem instead of prevent the cases. This is can be at another problem. And then the third, there is no consensus among judges. In the 60 years between 2000 and 2015, 30% of the penalties awarded by trial courts and then in actual and not just reduced sentence when upheld in higher courts, another 65% of cases saw the death sentence being commuted. Project 36A found with this level of uncertainty on what the correct punishment is and whatever the others are even guilty, sending people to the gallows and have serious consensus. And then the fifth problem with reproductive justice, while some argued that the state has a duty to support society's reproductive rights.
Sorry, anak bawang.
Okay.
You have to accept the POI.
I mean, that depends on how bad the victim had the pain to give that penalty. Not all the sexual predators can give that penalty, but how much bad that.
Okay, thank you. I will explain it at my argument, the next argument. So I will continue my argument. And then much has been said against retributive justice and why it doesn't create a sustainable criminal justice system. And then another that we believe that penalty is not because we have a human right, and we know that everyone has a human right, and we believe that sex offender have a chance to change their life because this is better. We give them another chance to fix their mistake and etc. And imagine that they can do many society programs and be useful their society in rehabilitation. And then we absolutely do not approve and oppose cases of sexual harassment, but we stand here stating that the death penalty is not effective reducing cases of sexual harassment and victim side. And victim side, we believe that both bunch didn't support the sexual harassment, but in here, how we handle it, is it effective with death penalty or the long life prison? We already explained from my leader member and the second speaker explained to you long life prison is more effective than a death penalty that we debate today. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you so much to the opposition Wolf. The speaker spans 7 minutes 17 seconds in the speech. All right, thank you for all of the speakers. That's all of the debate for the second round. Now we will hear the general review for the second round, from the judges. First, we will hear the review from Miss Poppy. For Miss Poppy, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. Miss Yustini, izin duluan ya. All right, so I think this topic of the debate should be way hotter than the first one. I don't know why there is only one POI. Yeah, it's basically just lukewarm. It's not hot enough, but your technique is a lot better than the first one overall. However, yeah, still the problem is on the vocabularies and the choice of vocabularies, because for some speakers, I got the nuance that you got your definition or whatever sentences that you're using, you got them straight from the internet. Because again, why can I tell? There are some words that you are not using daily. How can you use those vocabularies while you don't know how to pronounce it properly? So it means that you bring your sources right from the source itself. So you're not translating it into your own language. So this is a lesson for all of you. If you want to further your career as a debater, you have to, you have to, translate those sentences or those information that you got from the internet into your own sentences with your own words so that the idea become yours. Okay, so this is a very important lesson because back when I was doing a debate, we were not allowed to open the internet to to get our ideas. So we only rely on our basic knowledge, and some of us bring magazines like economic or any news from the magazines itself. So we were not allowed to open the internet. While in this situation, I think all of you are allowed to open the internet. So that's what happens. So you can, during this small amount of time you got, you copy paste your information into your points of argument, and then it happens that you bring words such as sanction, conduct, ostracized, while I'm not 100% sure whether you understand what that words mean. So be careful in the future. Okay, jadi in the future you have to change your source into your own language. Also, as for the technique of the debate and how you divine and how you give POI, you're getting the hang of it, all of you. You're learning. So just because you're making a mistake doesn't mean that you have to stop right here. Okay? Jangan kapok. Even though you were wrong, even though you got mistakes, it's okay. It's a part of a process. Me, when I was debating in my high school, is on different level with me right now. Okay, so okay, right. I got distracted. Also, overall, there are some speakers who's using very little of their time. I mean, just because you're the closing doesn't mean that you only have to speak under 5 minutes. I forgot the rules for this type of debate because this is not the one that I usually use in my debating system. But I think some of you still got under time and some of you fulfill the time limit. But yes, basically, generally speaking, for all of you, since you already have the urge and also this spirit to be better in debating, the next step, the real next step that you need to take is to improve your vocabularies, of course, and then to improve your grammar. And then also the most important is to improve your pronunciation. Why is pronunciation important? Because in order for your team and for your enemies, for your opposition team to understand what you're talking about, and the most important is for the adjudicators to understand what you're talking about, you have to have clear pronunciation. For example, pronunciation can be dangerous. Like when you say, am I audible? Am I audible? Audible itu kan kedengaran. Let's say someone say, am I edible? Edible is you can be eaten. Okay, so the meaning can be different if you pronounce it wrongly. Audible, edible, they're different. Okay, so that is the general review from me. And I think, judging from what's happening, I think Miss Justini cannot give her feedback. Yes, I guess so. I think that's it about the opinion and also about the content of the debate itself. We already gave you points on your victory points there. Thank you. That's all for me. As for the feedback, MC and committee, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Poppy, for the feedback. Well, guys, this is the end of our debate. And the next, we're gonna wait for the adjudicators to discuss the final result. And to all participants, please wait patiently. Well, that's all from me. Thank you so much for all the attention. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Back to MC.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, thank you very much, Rima. And next, we will wait for the adjudicators to discuss for the result. Okay. All right, because the adjudicators already come back, we will hear the winner announcement that will be announced by Miss Poppy. For Miss Poppy, time is yours.
Okay, thank you. First of all, can you hear me clearly?
Yes, Miss.
Okay. First of all, before I announce the winner, I have one more message for all of you. Maybe for now, it matters which ranks you are in, and then whether you are best speaker or not, whether your team winning or losing. But in the future, it won't matter much because life is always an ongoing process. So just because you are not getting a good result today doesn't mean that you have to stop. Okay? It's not a stopping point for you. But make this situation as something that will push you further in the future. Right. Let's go right away to the announcement.
first of all, I'm going to announce the third winner here with a victory point of 4 and a total speakers score of 593. The third winner goes to, is there any drum roll? No?
Drum roll.
The third speaker, the third winner goes to the Big Drop team. Yes, congratulations for your third place. Okay. Congratulations. Are we going to have a photo session here or going to go straight away to the next thing?
Photo session, please, operator. Okay.
Winnernya dipin bisa? Oh, nice. Udah ya?
Miss, my friends Nanda still isn't in this room, Miss. Please wait, Miss.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Miss, I'm late because of my battery.
Okay, we're gonna have photo session. So countdown on me. So smile, 3, 2, 1. Again, 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you. Congrats, my drop team.
Congratulations. Right. Next, let's go on to the second place. The second winner with victory point of 9 and the total speaker score of 633. The second winner goes to Pearl team. Congratulations, All Pearl. Please make yourself look beautiful for your photo session.
Okay, photo session start now. 3, 2, 1. Next, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Congratulations.
Nice. Once again, congratulations. And now let's go to the first winner place with a victory point of 11 and total speakers score of 646. Like I told you earlier, is a close position within first and second winner. And the first winner goes to... Bingung, drum rollnya mana? The first winner goes to Anak Bawang team. Congratulations. Okay, congratulations. Oh, what is this? Ya. Jadi udah ada spoiler ya. Alright, congratulations to Anak Bawang team. You're already in one
screen there.
Okay, photo
Right.
session. 3, 2, 1. Again. 3, 2, 1. Okay, congratulations, anak bawang team.
Congratulations, everyone. And of course, since we already have spoiler earlier for the best speaker, congratulations to Faladina from the Anak Bawang team with total speaker score of, berapa nih total skornya? 328. Congratulations to Fala. Apa perlu ada photo session sendiri atau enggak? It's up to you.
Okay, photo session. 3, 2, 1. Again. 3. Oh, bentar. 3, 2, 1. Okay, congratulations, Faladina.
Yes, congratulations to all of you, and also special congratulations to our 4th place. So, di sini timnya Eclair team. It's great for you to stand for yourself, Feby, for being alone struggling with your team. Congratulations to all of you, everyone, for this event today. Thank you. I'm giving this back to the committee.
Okay, guys, congratulations to the winner. Thank you very much to all participants who have participated in this English debate competition 2022. And thank you so much for the adjudicators, Miss Poppy and Miss Justini. Before we end our competition, we are gonna have photo session. So for all participants, please kindly turn on your camera. The countdown will be led by operator. For operator, please.
Okay, countdown. 3, 2, 1. Again. 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you so much, operator. Dear everyone, the time has come for the last series of event, namely the closing. Let's close this event by saying Hamdalah. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. I, Amelia Amanda, as the Master Ceremony of English Debate Competition 2022 and the entire organizing committee apologize if there are attitudes and words that are not pleasing to the audience. And the last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you in English Debate Competition 2023.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, SJ.
Thank you,
Jaya
everyone.
selalu.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Miss Poppy.
Assalamualaikum.
Salam. Thank you, Ibu
Bye.
Yustini. Thank you very much, all.
You may leave on this Zoom.
Thank you, everyone. Terima kasih semuanya, makasih MCC, makasih Rima, semuanya makasih ya. Ica, makasih.
Alia, maaf ya tadi ke spoiler. Macet tadi laptop.
Gak apa-apa.
Maaf ya, Equity.
Gak apa-apa, MCC makasih banyak ya. Aduh, direpotin terus.
Kak Fani, live-nya di end dulu.
Oh iya.